Hey guys, I'm Viking 82 here, back yet again with another Viking Orations. Got another review for you today. This time around, I'm going to be talking about the debut full-length album from the band Crypta, entitled Echoes of the Soul, out now through Napalm Records. Now, if you are not familiar with Crypta, they are a death metal band that have members split between Brazil and the Netherlands that formed back in 2019, featuring Luana D'Amato on drums, formerly of Nervosa, Taina Bergamashi, hopefully I didn't pronounce that too bad, on guitars. You have Sonia Anubis also on guitar. She is formerly of Burning Witches. She was formerly in Ecocide. She is in Ursine, among others. And then finally, you have Fernanda Lira on bass and vocals. She also is formerly of the band Nervosa. As I said, this is their debut full-length album. 10 tracks, just under 42 minutes in length. And what an album these ladies have created. It starts things off with the sounds of water dripping and chains rattling, someone coughing up a lung, and the door to a dungeon cell creaking open, all set to this really creepy keyboard passage before it launches into track number 2, Starvation, which is the single that I reviewed from this album a little while back. And, as far as the guitar work on this album is concerned, one word comes to mind, and that is scything. I mean, they have this nice crunch to them, mixing fast, heavy riffs, which at times have a bit of a Vader vibe to them, in my opinion, with more kind of mid-paced grooves. And then there's some really awesome solos throughout this whole thing, with some fast fret work and some finger tapping. Track number 8, Bloodstained Heritage. The solo at the 2:26 mark has a very Chuck Schuldiner-esque vibe to it. And that's not the only death vibe that I kind of got while listening to this album. I love Fernanda's bass tone on this album. It's heavy and twangy, right up in the mix, and very easily heard, but not overpowering to the guitars or any of the others. Instruments like the drums. She also delivers a very powerful vocal performance on here, just screaming and growling her heart out while laying down that solid backbone to all of these songs. And honestly, again, going back to the death isms on this album, her screams actually kind of remind me of the Sound of Perseverance era Chuck. That's kind of the feel I got from them, but they're really well done. Like I said, she just, sings her heart out on this entire album. Luana's drum production and performance, I think, is solid overall. Got a good snap to her snare. Really love the kick drum sound they got. Lots of well-executed double bass, blast beats, rolls, and fills. Some of the other things that I picked out here. Track number 3, Possessed. The opening riff, which also appears later on in the song at the 2:31 mark, has a serious death vibe, bringing to mind the song The Philosopher. Again, a lot of death isms on this album, but that is not a bad thing at all because, death is awesome in my opinion. Track number 4, Death Arcana. This song in particular actually has a bit of a black metal vibe going for it. In fact, it kind of gives off a Dimmu Borgir vibe to it, I think. Track number 9, Dark Night of the Soul. It has this kind of very creepy Egyptian kind of, inspired opening. And I just love that slow, heavy riff that comes in and how it really blends with the bass here. I just thought it sounded really badass. Overall, I think these badass ladies have delivered a fantastic debut album. It's just full of fast, old school inspired death metal, top-notch musicianship, heavy yet catchy, and just burns with a fire and passion for death metal. And it really should be checked out by anybody who enjoys really solid old school style death metal. I would definitely give this a 9 out of 10. Go check out Crypta. I will leave a link down below so you can check this out for yourself and pick up a copy. And that is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.